Yo, yo, YouTube, Facebook, how you doing? Internet, my friends, how's it going? Drums on Acid here, aka Kerry White. You're at my studio. It's a work in progress. I'm sure everybody could say that. You're always adding gear and cool new little gadgets and stuff like that. But I have enough to make it work. Basically, I'm making this video to kind of explain a few things and some of my approaches towards making music and stuff like that. A brief introduction. I started out as a drummer. I went to the Musicians Institute at 19, and I've been like a session drummer here in Los Angeles since I was maybe 22, 23, playing with everybody from Tom Morello, Rage Against the Machine, to Metro Station. And actually, I've been on the road with Infected Mushroom the past couple of years, which has been great. Learned a ton of stuff from those guys, and obviously, it goes without saying, Infected Mushroom is badass. So yeah, but I'm still pretty new to the scene as far as like production and making my own tunes and stuff like that. Coming up as a session drummer, I was mainly just playing for other people, and then it was in 2011 I kind of got introduced to like the EDM movement. When Skrillex came out, it was just like, holy shit, what is that? And I just wanted to be a part of it. So I have some speaking points, some things that I've learned, or some things that may be helpful to some people starting out, or maybe even further along the line than that. But anyways, I wrote down a couple things, and maybe they'll help you, maybe they won't. I don't know. Maybe you think I'm stupid or suck. I don't know. But the first point is pretty much the way I learned from YouTube. You can get Ableton, Cubase. A lot of people use Ableton. I use Ableton, but Cubase, Logic, Reason, all that stuff. Anything can be learned through YouTube. It's crazy. We have such an advantage in this day and age. Whereas back in the day, I don't know, you'd read magazines or blogs, or I don't know, even pre-blog. I don't even know how people would do it, because it's really quite an intricate process and quite complicated. So but with the help of YouTube, it makes things really, really easy. Whether you start slow, well, you got to start slow, learning how to program beats and stuff like that. But there's also like Sonic Academy is a really good one, and things like that will really make the transition from like a beginner to an intermediate to an expert producer much faster. I guess that's kind of objective or subjective. What's a professional producer? But anyhow, so take advantage of those things. YouTube, Sonic Academy, all that kind of stuff is really, really, really a good thing, and has taught me a lot, probably more than anything. Also, and attached in this video are going to be some presets that I created that I still use presets actually all the time, and I try to like get a preset but tweak it a little bit. I don't just go straight for whatever the preset is. I kind of mess with the cutoffs or the envelopes a little bit, do something, some pitch modulation, just something to kind of differentiate it from the actual preset. And that's kind of where you're going to find your own little niche sound. Just play with it and have some fun, and you'll actually be surprised and come up with some unique stuff and some really cool layers and stuff like that aren't just right there on the surface. And it kind of starts lending itself to you being who you are. Also, this helped me tremendously from the start, because my initially, obviously, as pretty much it goes with anybody, your productions are really, really going to suck at first, and it's nice to kind of set the bar at a certain point. So with that said, you want to do a lot of A and Bing with your tracks. And when I say A and B your tracks, I mean take an audio track and put a song that you like, from Pandora or whatever, you heard some on the radio, put that track up there, and kind of work around that, and use the levels, use the structure of the song, and also the textures. Just try and make it. I don't know if you want to necessarily copy that track, but take some of the ideas, make the quality and the feel and the tones and layers, try and make it comparable to the track that you like. And before you know it, it'll start getting a little bit better and a little bit better, and the next thing you know, you'll actually have a track that's like, I don't know if you want to say radio quality, but it'll be up there, and good enough to where you'd feel comfortable playing it for people or playing it at a party. And yeah, so that's something to think about too. It doesn't have to be Hardwell or Tiesto quality, but kind of try and make yourself a little bit different. I think that's kind of the new movement. Everybody's been DJing and doing this whole thing now for a few years, and it's kind of like taking over as the new quote unquote rock star. So you see a lot of people copycatting and doing the same sort of thing, and I don't know. I think in the future, the next evolutionary step here in the EDM movement, in my opinion, is going to be the live movement. And bands like Infected have been doing that a very long time, and also with me, the Drums on Acid thing. It's the hybrid of the drumming and DJing at the same time and triggering and all that kind of stuff. But if you're not going to do that, at least try and differentiate yourself in another way, whether it be triggering sounds or doing something. Kind of try and bring your own unique element to the table. I think that's definitely advantageous for young producers and stuff out there. So yeah, I mean, these are some things to kind of think about. Again, use presets. I'm not the greatest with synthesis and making sounds and all that kind of stuff. I mean, I can do it, but take advantage of the fact that there are presets out there. Go grab some stuff and play with it and mess around, and eventually you're going to kind of find some layers that start sounding really cool and that are your own. It gives you a nice starting point. So yeah, with that said, I mean, hopefully these are some things that might help you guys. A lot of this stuff helped me. I would not be where I am if it wasn't for YouTube. That's helped tremendously. It's been great. And even still, if I hear a track and I'm like, oh man, that's a badass synth, I can't quite figure it out on my own, I'll type it in on YouTube, so and so this track synth, and 9 times out of 10 it pops up, and it's like, oh cool, that's awesome. So anyhow, hopefully I'm gonna try and keep this. Well, I'm already at 7 minutes, but hopefully that helps. And again, my EP drops Tuesday, April 1st. Which I guess is April Fool's Day, come to think about it. So not getting my EP, and it's free, so not getting my EP would be foolish. Yeah, stop by Drums on Acid, facebook.com/Drums on Acid. I think that's right. If it's not, it'll be in the link here on YouTube. And I have some presets that I'm giving away for free, and also the EP will be free on Tuesday. So again, Drums on Acid, come check it out. It's definitely first of its kind, It's me drumming and DJing at the same time, triggering lots of crazy stuff, all kinds of weird automations and all kinds of nonsense. And I'm actually kind of learning as I go because nobody's really done it before. And so it's been a kind of a crazy science experiment. And even for me, I'm learning a lot and just kind of experimenting, and it's actually been a lot of fun. So hope you guys can take something away from this, and hopefully it helps. And we'll see you around, okay? Thank you very much. Later.